Okay, here we go, here we go. Welcome Rotarians and guests to the Rotary Club of Livermore. At this time, Carolyn, would you be willing to do the honors and lead us in the pledge?
Which program? Oh.
I see the songsters over here learning new songs as fast as they can. So I'm curious to hear what they have for us. Come on up, songsters.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Hi people at home. Okay, I'm gonna stay on the left side here so I can see with my right eye.
Oh, you want me to look on this? You want me to put one here?
No, I'm fine, I'm fine. Oh my goodness, somebody's leaving us. So, are we ready, kids?
No.
You're not ready? This is for our friend Ken, President, soon to be past President Ken. You guys ready? Okay. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, smiling until then. Who cares about the path that we're together? We'll sing a song and bring us some weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. That was much too short. That was much too short. So we were going to do another 3 or 4 verses. What do you think? No. But he is a nice guy, right? Is he a jolly good fellow?
Gee.
He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, that nobody can deny. Nobody can deny, nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. Alice, where are you?
I think I had the same words you had on your song as I have on mine.
I don't know. I got that Q flat note.
Thank you, songsters. Good stuff. So thought of the day today is from Ted Michaels, and I see Ted's joining us via Zoom. You're muted, Ted.
Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah, well, I'm in a cohab COVID situation where neither my wife or I have it, but the son who lives with us does. So otherwise I'd be there, Ken, but here goes anyway. A little short story here, not directed especially at you, but for everyone in the room. It's called Come Sit With Me, and it says, there comes a time in life when you walk away from all the drama. Sound like anyone? Okay. To Santa Rosa, you surround yourself with people who make you laugh. Forget the bad, focus on the good. Love the people who treat you right. Pray for the ones who don't. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Falling down is a part of life. Getting back up is living. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle in your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us, especially us Rotarians who focus so much of our time on helping and changing lives. And a final note, I want to thank President Ken for guiding us through another chaotic, inflation-ridden, COVID-filled year. There's probably more things I could add. Oh yeah, high gasoline prices. But he did it with a smile on his face and a positive attitude. I wish him well in his new adventure as he moves to Santa Rosa. Thanks, Ken, for a job well done. All the best as you move forward.
Thanks very much, Ted.
You're welcome.
All right. So it's that time where I like to acknowledge folks that make these meetings possible. Jeff Youngsma holding down Zoom duty for us, Zoom host duty again for us today. Jeff, thank you very much. Much appreciated. David Rounds, our Zoom chat monitor. There he is, monitoring the chat. Audiovisual, Paul McCandless, manning the desk today. Paul, thank you for your help. Our Spur reporter, Kathy Coyle. Kathy, thank you for your help. And Don Wentz, our Spur publisher. Don, thank you. And photographer. Double duty, Don. All right, thank you. So guests, do we have any guests joining us today? Everybody keeps pointing. Okay, we're gonna announce those good-looking people in the back in a few minutes. They're here to collect a check, right? Oh, well, Alan, you're just standing up. Oh, okay, sure.
So I'd like to introduce three members, two officers and one volunteer, and it's Taylor and David and Nikki, who are here for, I guess, to be presented something here in a moment. But anyway, I think we shall give them a warm welcome.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. Any visiting Rotarians, guests on Zoom? I didn't see any. No, that's a good question, Bob. I think we're trying to sneak him in to this organization, but let's introduce him. Yeah. Officially unofficial. The cogs of Rotary turn slowly, so.
Okay, I'd like to introduce Ronnie Forbes, who may or may not be a guest. It is on. Is that better? It's a thick mask.
All right. Ronnie, yeah. Thanks for joining us again. All right. Okay. Announcements. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody else? Anybody I missed? No? Oh, no. Wait a second. Let us get you a mic so everybody can hear. Maybe start over. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Jay Davis tripped coming from the airport yesterday. Ended up falling on a face plant and was unconscious for a while. But he's been in the hospital. He's out, or I think he's in the process of leaving right now, and he's doing okay. But he's had a lot of stitches. So. Yeah, think of Jay, write him an email. He'll be happy to hear from you.
So we'll keep Jay in our thoughts there and wish him a speedy recovery. So, okay, announcement time. So Paul, we got some. Okay.
Please, so we can get your picture. So we're here to thank members of the Livermore Police Force and of the Citizens Police Force Academy?
Police Academy Alumni Association.
Police Academy Alumni Association. And I'm going to present.
Well, thank you.
It's a check for $1,000. And Ken, could you get in here too?
Oh, sure.
Because you're the president. If we could all get in. And I just want to say one thing before, and again, a big thank you. But I was just, Mark Roberts and I were kind of talking about, one of the things that makes Livermore very special is activities that happened in town. The Food and Wine Festival that was in May, the parade and the rodeo in June. There's so many events. We're going to have the World Series, the Little League World Series. We're going to have the Christmas parade. But there's, a dozen activities you guys help out with every year? Probably more. And these events is what makes Livermore a community you want to live in. And these events could not happen without people like this who go out, and as you heard, a lot of these people are volunteers. They're not paid to do this. And these are some of the people that make Livermore special. And I just want everyone to give them a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh. Thank you, Barbara. Rotarians, keep them busy in the community, right? Nice. Next up, is it Norm? Norm? Oh, Carolyn. The Rotary Fund continues.
Here's a microphone. So everybody should know, hopefully, because of announcements and the flood of emails in your inbox, that next week we will not be meeting here at noon, because we will be gathering at 5:30 p.m. at Alden Lane Nursery for our demotion party to help give a warm and fun send-off to President Ken, and as well as expressing our gratitude. There's not a Zoom option next week. Sorry for everybody on Zoom. So join us in person at Alden Lane Nursery. And today is the last day to purchase your tickets. So you can do that online through the link that you were sent, or you can see Glenn today and pay him today right now before you leave, either cash, check, or a charge. He can take care of that. So we look forward to having everybody join us. That'll be one member and a guest are welcome to join us. Alan. All right, there you go. All right.
All right.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you all next week.
All right. Should be fun, right? Should be fun. Should be fun. Yeah. Okay. I had a note. Norm, did you? I saw Norm. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Did you?
Is it on? Oh, okay. It wasn't last week. Just an update.
Talk into the.
Oh, it needs there. All right. Just an update that the board approved the budget. The dues are going to remain at $360, even though, as I told you last week, Rotary is going to be upping them the next 2 years. And they also approved the $115 fee, room usage fee, and that'll be put together, which, by the way, is less than $250 a meeting. And to give you some historical data, it has run typically from $3 to $8, according to our impeccable treasurer, who still remains there, who gave me the data. so that you will see in the beginning of July a bill going out for $475. It will remain the same. You can pay it in 2 installments, or I would love it if you'd pay it in 1 installment. So I don't think there are any questions, are there? Thank you.
Pay your dues. Thank you, Norm.
You want my mask on? Oh, okay.
So I had a little last minute announcement here. So Brian Mayall, would you be willing to come up here for a second? Yeah. Come on. So Brian has been a longtime supporter of the Rotarian Foundation. And just this week, I got a Paul Harris Fellow +6 for Brian. So Brian, thank you very much for your continued support. Hold my breath. All right. Again, those contributions come back to the club in a few years, and we get to use those to do more good, right? So that's a great way to keep the giving going. I also wanted to acknowledge a couple other folks, Glenn Kubiak and Joel Swanson. You guys want to come up? No, this will not hurt. I promise. So again, I receive stuff in the mail all the time because Rotarians in this club are so generous, right? And we've got certificates here for both Glenn and Joel acknowledging their status as Paul Harris Society members, meaning they've contributed over $1,000 to the Paul Harris fund this year. So Glenn and Joel, thank you very much. Thank you. So I don't see Splendorio here today. I think he was traveling. Is he on Zoom?
I'm on Zoom.
Oh, there you are. Hey, so Splen, sorry, I didn't see you sign on earlier, but I have one of those for you too. So Splen was also a Paul Harris Society member, contributing over $1,000 to the foundation. So let's give Splen a big.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken.
Okay. So I think that was it on the announcements. Again, so this is it, right? This is the meeting everyone's been waiting a whole year for, right? Get this guy out of here. Oh. No, but truly, I thought I was going to get through this. It has truly been my honor to have been your president this year for the 75th anniversary of this club. And to have been, after 75 years, your very first hybrid president, right? Nobody wished for that, nobody saw that coming, but it's what life dealt us, right? And I think we all got through, so happy to have served in that capacity. So as I reflect back on this past year, I am reminded and constantly reminded how this club truly embodies service above self. I am endlessly amazed at the generosity of this club with both your time and money. So on top of all the other regular good this club makes happen in this community. Things like mini grants, supporting Maryland Avenue, the READY program, the RAVE program, the rodeo parade, outstanding educators. This year, we took on some additional community service projects. We provided a case of water to Open Heart Kitchen when homeless people were thirsty last summer. We provided money for the Tri-Valley Havens new pantry. We supported Kids Against Hunger, preparing meals for hungry people in our communities. There was a Red Cross blood drive. Beth organized a sock drive. Where was Beth? I saw her earlier. There she is, Beth. Got socks for homeless people. Dennis coordinated a drive for men's clothing for veterans coming out of jail, trying to get back on track. We did projects out at Sleep in Heavenly Peace, making beds for kids that didn't have beds. And we contributed some money to the Livermore Homeless Refuge. So truly amazing work and impact in our community. But it doesn't stop locally. The reach of this club extends literally around the world. We had multiple RcoL grants. Again, the internet connections in remote areas, helping young people get access to educational materials they wouldn't otherwise have. In Guatemala, we had money going for composting toilets in Nicaragua, something we all take for granted, right? Water pumping projects in both Belize and Guatemala. Nepal, we sent money to Nepal so that they could buy refrigerators for COVID vaccines. And then Gaud knows people in India, and he heard about something going on there. And we raised money for an ear, nose, throat mobile assessment vehicle. So again, truly impressive, the reach that this club has. I think you should all be very proud. I also found inspiration and hope. Wow. From the amazing young people in this community that our club interacts with. The Christmas choir, right? How fun was that to hear those kids singing again after a few years of not hearing that? The students of the month that always blow my mind how focused and hardworking those kids are. The talented music scholarship winners that shared their talents with us. And then all the hardworking Interact servers at the crab feet. See all those kids hustling around, trying to make tips. Very impressive. Definitely gives me hope. So this year too, looking back, I was thrilled to see new members joining our club. COVID was brutal, right? COVID's a tough environment to meet new people. So I was thrilled to see folks coming back and connecting and joining our club again this year. And it's quite a list. Dale Chorney, Matthew Majosic, Ryan Vishnwathan, Kathleen Tabbitt, Manuel Alvarado, Amanda Lise Vega, Roland Ellingson, Dennis Cheney, Steve Powell, back again. Steve, there he is. Steve couldn't stay away. Trex Donovan, and almost had Walt Thinfin in this year. Sounds like you're gonna get him next time. So all you new Rotarians, I encourage you all to get involved. Like so many things in life, I believe you will get out of Rotary what you put in. And for those more experienced Rotarians in the room, I encourage you to get to know those new members and make some new friends, make them feel welcome. So great to see new members. But I know we will miss the Rotarians we lost this year. Marty Plum, Fernando Romero, John Shirley, and John Hudson. And while they're all great Rotarians, they're probably better human beings. They will be missed. I was a Boy Scout. I thought this might happen. Okay, here we go. Okay. Happy trails. Happy trails, right? So thank you all for letting me be a part of all the good that you made happen in this last year. So, thank you. So no doubt, this is a club effort, right? Everybody in this club gets involved in some ways. You give of your time, of your money, you make all this good stuff happen. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank some people that really helped make this a special year for me. So first up, I would like to ask Alan Frank and Dennis O'Brien to come up. So as I was thinking about this, it occurred to me, you can't be a hybrid president if you don't have hybrid, right? And so for Alan, I want to thank you especially. Alan put in a ton of time at the beginning of this year, figuring out the technology, trying to figure out how to make this work. It was bumpy. We know that right out of the gate, everything didn't go exactly the way we hoped it would, but we hung in and we worked it out. And then mid-year, Alan had personal stuff going on. He needed to step away, and Dennis jumped right in and both feet took over and totally helped out. So Alan, Dennis, and Alan. Next, I'd like to ask Tim Berry, Stu Frazier, and Michael Ferrucci to come up. Because come on, I get it, right? If you guys had to come to these meetings and just watch me, this would be super boring, right? These guys brought the fun every week, week in, week out. New tunes, fun, tried to coordinate with the programs. Their energy, their creativity, really enjoyed. So definitely.
You wanted the Three Stooges, you could have showed up.
So there's Tim, there's Stu, there's Mike.
I couldn't possibly.
And there you go. So let's, we got to take a picture.
Thanks again, Ken. One more.
Okay. So again, no one succeeds alone, right? And there is no way I could have done this without the help of our board. These hardworking individuals help make things happen in this club, and I definitely want to acknowledge all their efforts. First up, our club trainer, Kathy Coyle. Kathy, could you come up? So for you newer Rotarians, I'm just going to venture a guess. All the acronyms, what the hell are they talking about here, right? Rotary is this huge international organization. It's got moving pieces all over the place. I don't know, I've probably been a Rotarian 9, 10 years. I'm still in the dark on half this stuff, right? So Kathy's the person that helps explain what's going on and what's the rules and where do you find this and where do you find that? And I would have been lost without her. So Kathy,
Oh, thank you, Ken.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your help.
Okay, great, I'll do that.
Thank you, Kathy. So I see he couldn't join us today, and I don't know if he's out there on Zoom, but I wanted to acknowledge Pat McMenamin. Pat led the charge. Yeah, let's give Pat a big hand. Pat was our lead on Rotarian Foundation giving, and again, this club, your generosity is amazing. We blew through the, I'll call them conservative goals I set earlier this year. I really had no idea what to expect with COVID, right? Didn't know what was going to happen this year. This club, you went for your checkbooks, you gave, and you gave some more. And Pat led the charge on that. He had a committee of folks, Gowd, Norm, other folks helping out with that. But I definitely want to acknowledge Pat and all of his efforts, all the money that this club raised. And again, that's going to come back to us, right? In a few years, you get that back so we can spread the love and do some more work. So thank you very much, Pat. Next up, vocational service. Mr. McCandless, can you step away there for a second? So I will never forget my first conversation with Paul, and Paul's like, "What's vocational service?" I didn't know the answer. I had to check with Kathy. Vocational service is an opportunity for Rotarians to share your smarts with people, right? We all have diverse backgrounds. We have experience. We have knowledge. We can help other people with that stuff. And Paul did a great job leading the efforts, supporting our veterans out at the community college. He was a big help behind the scenes in organizing youth and government, outstanding teachers. And I didn't have him come up with Alan and Dennis, but he's also been incredibly helpful and supportive on the AV stuff. So, Paul, thank you very much. All right. So, next up, major events. Linda. Oh, you knew it was coming. You knew it was going to happen. Come on. So Linda was in charge of major events. And when this year started, we didn't know if that was going to happen, right? We didn't know if we were going to have any major events. Not only did we have some of the major events we do, a crab feed, a rodeo parade, we also had a 75th anniversary celebration, celebrating 75 years of this club. And Linda was the champion for fun, I think, in our club and making this happen. It was fits and starts. We had to reschedule the crab feed. Didn't always go smoothly, but it all worked out. I think we all had a great time and look forward to having more fun in the future. So Linda, thank you. He wants a picture. So I don't see her in the house. Is Marianne Roja, are you on Zoom, Marianne? So Marianne, Marianne? I don't think she's there. Yeah. So Marianne was our youth services director this year. We do a ton of work with the youth in our community, right? So she was liaison with the board on what was going on, outstanding students, Interact, RILA, Ready, music scholarships. In her spare time, she, I think, was committee chair on mini grants. And Marianne is also a very busy lady. Next year, she's going to be the Rotarian Foundation of Livermore president. So definitely want to thank Marianne for all her efforts and her help this year. So next up, Kathy tells me he wasn't able to join us today, but Pat Coyle, our International Service Director. And Pat stepped in early this year. Keith Beck, whose business was really impacted by COVID, had to step away, had to step back from that role as international chair. And Pat Coyle stepped in to fill that role. And what a fantastic job Pat did. Pat is like amazing at finding money. I swear, not a dollar left this club without a match, right? He found more money to pile on to the money that we raised for everything that we supported this year. And he really did a phenomenal job. So I got a little something maybe you can take home for Pat. And I heard his back's hurting, maybe this will help. So, so thank you to Pat. So Christian, I don't see Christian today. But Christian also is a joy to work with, our community service director. Christian's passion and energy is absolutely contagious, right? The guy gets so excited about everything. He's fun to watch. But he helped rally the troops, get us organized, get us out to events, and help us scratch that itch to do good in our community. So definitely want to thank Christian for all his help this year. So next up, membership. Sonia. So,
oh, good. It's Wine Wednesday.
I thought you might like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Sonia did a phenomenal job this year, right? It's probably, I probably shouldn't have done this, but it's probably no secret that I was getting a little bit of feedback from the district governor. He was kind of disappointed in our membership numbers early this year. Not anymore, right? What I told District Governor Richard is that, you know, the results aren't always guaranteed. All you have control over is the effort, right? All you can do is try. And attracting people, new members to this club during COVID, when, let's be honest, sometimes we couldn't sign on during Zoom, right? We weren't sure if we could meet or not, right? It was a very challenging environment. I know Sonia had some stuff going on, you know, mid-year, but man, you rallied hard at the end of the year, showing people in this community what a fun group of people this is. So next up, so the board, within the board, there's kind of the executive committee, right? And sometimes in large organizations, having 12 people try and make a decision is just a little more difficult, right? So sometimes conversations between a smaller group of people were helpful. And with everything going on in the world this year, that smaller group of people, I was able to lean on and get advice and help and support, and I really appreciate that. So, first, I'd like to acknowledge the club secretary, David Rounds. So David is awesome. If you guys, if you haven't been around this club for a while, you know we like to talk, right? This club has opinions. This club has things they want people to know about. They want to get the word out. David's job is trying to filter all of that stuff, right? And not bombard your emails with 7 messages a day, right? Try and consolidate that stuff. But he did a great job this year getting the word out. Dynamic situation changing. Are we Zoom? Are we live? Are we Palo Verdes? Are we Cresta Blanca? Where the heck are we this week? David was helping keep track of all of that stuff. So David, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So next up, Glenn Kubiak, our club treasurer, club treasurer. So this club's busy, right? And there's a tremendous amount of money flowing through this club. Glenn was masterful in keeping track of all of that stuff and keeping it organized and making sure the bills were paid on time. Checks got out, checks that were promised got delivered. He's done a phenomenal job, I would say, putting a continuous improvement perspective on this club's finances. He's found ways to streamline and lower our costs and keep our overhead down, and couldn't have done it without you. So next, I would like to acknowledge past President Carolyn. So this was awesome, right? COVID, crazy times, big changes in how this club operated and stuff. Carolyn provided guidance and counsel and was incredibly supportive for everything we tried to do this year. And really can't ask for any more than that. So, Carolyn, thank you very much. So finally, I want to acknowledge President-elect Splen out there on Zoom. Because let's be serious, right? After the fellowship and service, we're all here to be entertained.
Hi, Ken.
Hey, Splen. It's all about good programs, right? And interesting speakers. And Splen did a phenomenal job this year lining up speakers for us. Can they come via Zoom? Can they come in person? How do we get them here? Where do they show up? You know, definitely a tricky situation. I think Splen did a great job. There was a couple of times you had to, hit the speed dial a few times, line up some folks in a hurry to get them in here and cover. Splen, I really appreciate all your time and effort that you've spent, and want to wish you all the best in the coming year. So.
Thank you, Ken. Wish you all the best also. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you. So, finally, it is my great honor to acknowledge a few folks that have really distinguished themselves this year. First up would be our Rotarian of the Quarter. And at this time, I would like to ask Dennis O'Brien to come up. He's going to want a picture. Oh, let me say some nice things about it. So Dennis, tons of time putting together slides and keeping me organized. These meetings would be a mess, right? If I had to figure all this stuff out by myself. Definitely appreciate Dennis's efforts to keep me on track. Dennis has also been helping LARPD figure out how their internet works. He's been spending all kinds of time down here diagnosing why can't our Zoomers actually hear what's going on? Why do our meetings drop off in the middle of a meeting? He's really given above and beyond in an effort to make hybrid work for everybody, right? For those of us that aren't able or can't or don't want to join us in person, so that they can join us via Zoom and still feel part of this group. So Dennis, thank you very much. Next, our Rotarian of the Year, Sonia Sheffield.
Hey.
So I already went on and on. So I went on and on about Sonia's efforts in membership. Sonia was also jumped in on our club service duties, right? Trying to get these meetings organized, putting out tablecloths and making sure badges were here. Again, above and beyond efforts this year. Sonia, we really appreciate it. Yeah, oh, one arm tied behind her back, right?
Thank you.
You want to say something?
Anyway, I just want to say that I couldn't have done this alone. Rotary is really a team effort, and everybody in this room helped me do what needed to be done for Rotary. So thank you. I'm really humbled and honored. So thank you.
Okay. So one more here. So this is the John Shirley Exceptional Service Award. And this is an award that the club gives in memory of Dr. Shirley for somebody that's done above and beyond. And not just this year, but kind of big picture stuff. And for this year, our John Shirley Service Award recipient is David Round.
All right. Put
So
it in
there
there
you
well,
go.
didn't I?
And look at that. David is doing his best to look surprised, right? But one of the many duties that David executes for this club is ordering plaques and certificates. So David kind of knew this was coming.
Yeah, I did.
But David's been the club secretary for, I don't know, a number of years now, a long time. Yeah, that's service above self right there, right? 5 years in that role. So David, the club certainly appreciates all your efforts and wants to thank you. So.
Thank you. What? You want to say something? Do I want to say something? No. I'm really honored, and this is very special. I mean, John Shirley was a special person. There are a ton of people in this club that deserve this recognition too. So I'm really happy that the board made this decision. Thank you. All right.
Okay. So, as my year ends, I just want to thank you all. Let you know I wish you all the best, and let you know that I look forward to hearing about your continued success in the future. It's been an honor and my pleasure. I just want to thank you for letting me be your president this year. And with that, I get to ring the bell one more time. All right?